It is all about your personal emergence this month, Virgos. It is all about your power. It is all about your personal power. It is all about your spiritual power. This month of August 2018, it's going to be significant because the certain spiritual journey, a very important spiritual journey, very important personal spiritual journey that you have been on for a while, that you have been on for the last 3 years at least. It was really playing on your mind. It was a really important part of your life. But on another hand, it was a really important part of your life that was actually affecting you in a negative way, because this problem was kind of highlighting the certain areas and certain issues in your life that you just not really happy with, that you really want to change. But sometimes this life is not as easy. Sometimes we can't just change things like that. Sometimes it's a lot to do with our spiritual journey we are on right now and our past lives, okay? And it's a lot to do with what we have achieved so far, how far we have gone on our personal spiritual journey. Every single day there is a new lesson for our spirit to actually learn, and this is how our spirit evolve. It is a lot to do with karma. We have to work on a certain karma until our spirit evolves on the whole new level. And Virgos, I cannot stress enough how significant this month is actually going to be. You will be able to feel this. You will be able to sense this. You will be able to sense this amazing spiritual energy, which is going to help you to focus clearly on those areas in your life that you were just kind of keep on leaving behind. And those areas in your life that you were waiting for other things, other bits and pieces, other part of your life to actually fall back where they should be fallen back. You were waiting for other parts of your life to feel more secure in order for you to deal with other issues and with other problems. Now you will be able to see things clearly. You will be able to have a clear focus as of the beginning of August 2018, because the veil is going to shift. And once this amazing veil is going to shift, and when I say veil, I'm referring to the big amounts of negative energies that were standing in front of you, that were manifesting in front of you, that were kind of staying in front of you, in between you and in between what's behind there in the nearest future. You weren't able to focus clearly until you've worked on certain problems. You weren't able to focus clearly until you sort out the certain problems. And this is very personal. This is a lot to do with your life. This is a lot to do with your emotions. This is a lot to do with your life in general. But also on another hand, it's a lot to do with your financial situation and with a really big move. There is a really big move you are going to make this month. You are going to have this month, Virgo. And that big move that you are going to have is going to be so important. It's going to be very significant, and it's a lot to do with where you live, your residence, your place of where you live and things like that. You will be really wanting to have changes. You will be really wanting to make changes. As big changes you make, as bigger changes you want to make, that's better, and that's completely normal. And this is brilliant. You see, when it comes to the actual number, my Virgos, when it comes to the actual number, it's number 9. Number 9 is trying to tell you and is trying to let you know that you have done a really great work so far. You have done a really great accomplishment so far. This great accomplishment that you have done so far is going to be very significant, because not only the certain spiritual journey is going to come to an end, the personal spiritual journey that you were on. And this is what I was going to say. This is so important. When I say that this particular personal spiritual journey is coming to an end, you have no idea how important this is. You have no idea how significant this is when I say personal spiritual journey, which means that the things that have been holding you back, the things that were holding you back in such a way to prevent you from moving on to the new and things in your life until you sort out these problems, until until you see the certain light shining on them and then seeing what the solution is. This is exactly what is happening now. You have worked on your karma. This karma in general has actually been a part of your sign. It has been a part of your life for the last 3 years. You were just waiting for the right time, right moment. This is big, 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 big. This is a lot to do with your emotions. This is a lot to do with your personal life. This is a lot to do with the big life decisions. So now, with the mixture of these wonderful energies, now the new stage is opening up, and really precisely it is going to happen on the 4th of August. When it comes to you, this new energies, a new journey, new dimension is going to reveal itself to you literally on the 4th of August. And this is brilliant because on the 4th of August, on that very day, your old spiritual journey that you have been on, that was part of your life, these big problems for the last 3 years that were part of your life, that were preventing you to move on, you see it's basically coming to an end. And now you've got a massive, massive big ending. The biggest ending of this year is going to be on the 4th of August. I want you to remember this, but at the same time, the biggest beginning that you are having this year, my beautiful Virgos, is also going to be on the 4th of August. So these days, the brand new ending that is going to be very significant, because the whole old stage, old spiritual journey, your old personal spiritual journey is coming to an end. But at the same time, that is taking the big problem away. It's going to open your eyes towards the new things in life, okay? And also the brand new beginning is starting on this journey. So it's going to be lots of energy, lots of optimistic feelings, lots of new ideas, lots of new directions are going to be revealed. But you're also on another hand going to feel them, going to sense them, going to think about them. You're going to be able to connect to them and reconnect to them straight away, immediately, at that moment in time. And this is really important, because when you do this, Virgo, when this happens, you're very powerful. Your mind is also very powerful. You have got such an amazing power to manifest things with your mind. It's like incredible indeed. So the number 9 is actually going to be your number this month, which is telling you that it's going to be a big accomplishment when it comes to your work, when it comes to your career, and when it comes to your financial situation in general. And this is also, on another hand, going to be a whole new starting point, because you are going to get your own safety, your own balance, and this is going to reflect on you in such a way where you're going to be able to put your mind to rest with the certain problems when it comes to our life. But what number 9 also means, that there is going to be big change, big turnaround when it comes to your home, when it comes to your living arrangements. There is something big going to happen. There's something huge going to happen. You're either going to move the houses, you're either going to move the home, or you're going to end up somewhere completely new, somewhere completely different, or you're just going to be feeling like you need lots of decoration, you need lots of changes. And this is brilliant. This is all the sign that you are living your new spiritual journey. This is all part of you feeling your spiritual journey, new spiritual journey, which requires us and pushes us towards new things in life, towards the new directions in life, because whatever we do new, whatever we start new, it is just going to bring the whole new world of possibilities. August is probably so far one of the most important months this year. Of course, September is going to be ridiculously fantastic, bombastic, but August is going to be like a bomb. And the self-esteem. Number 9, it's also a lot about the self-esteem, a lot about the confidence. You're going to be testing yourself and you're going to be loving it. You're going to be testing your own power and you're going to be loving it. With other words, you're going to be trying and starting new things in life. Before, you would be like, oh no way, I'm not going to do that. But now it's just going to be like, let's do it. Let's fly, baby. You know, it's just going to be completely different. A little bit of a tiny little readjustment, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. So when it comes to your actual energy levels, I have to say again, this is the powerful month. This is a significant month. So when it comes to your actual energy levels, it's going to be very good, because again, you're going to be feeling it. You're going to be full of energy. You're going to be full of power. You're going to be full of you will be very optimistic indeed. And on another hand, this is going to be probably one of the most productive months that you actually had this year. One of the most significant months when it comes to your own productivity. And this in itself is going to be brilliant. And it's going to reflect on you in such a way where you're going to be very optimistic, and you will want to do more, you will want to do more, you will want to do more. You are going to surprise yourself indeed. You're going to surprise yourself in so many ways, and that's going to be really good, because like for example, if you were working for 8 hours before, let's say if you were working for like about 8 hours, now you will want with a pleasure to work like a couple of hours extra, and you're just going to be mind blown how much you're actually going to achieve, because you're so powerful once your the energy balance is correct. You're like amazing. And this is what I'm talking about. And before, just like about a couple of years ago, a couple of months ago, like for example, if you're working 8 hours and you have to work a couple of additional hours, for example, then you will be like struggling a little bit harder, and then you would always know, like at the back of your mind, you would be able to do more. But now with this mixture of amazing energies, this is just going to be absolutely wonderful for you, and you're going to be able to feel this, you're going to be able to sense this. And on another hand, what else I was going to say, when it comes to your health, so the energy levels are going to be really good, and that is going to be fantastic for you on another hand, because it is going to reflect on your on the way you feel. It's going to make you feel really optimistic, and the bottom line is that you will be able to achieve so much this month, and you're going to like it. So whatever you also want to do this month, just try to do as much as you can. This is the great month. The whole month is going to be brilliant for you, trying new things or starting new things, because you will not only surprise yourself with the outcome, but there are lots of little bits and pieces of surprises that are going to be popping out, which are going to be absolutely wonderful. Because on another hand, number 7 is also very much connected to you this month. This is not your number completely, but I've been also seeing number 7 almost everywhere, which means that your angel guides are going to be with you, your spirit guides are going to be around you. So there are lots of messages that you will be receiving this month. I highly suggest to get like something like a lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is also known as a stone of an ancient Egypt, and I absolutely love it. I love its energy, I love its power, and the fact that it's actually such a spiritual crystal, such a powerful crystal, and it helps you to actually connect to your spirit guides, to connect to your angels, and it's got the ability to enhance your third psychic eye, which is absolutely brilliant. So not only you will be able to connect to like your spirit guides and things like that, but you will also be able to recognize and single out these particular spiritual messages that you are going to have throughout the month. You will be dreaming all sorts of things, you will be getting all sorts of things, you will be getting all sorts of informations, and with the lapis lazuli you will be able to single them out, and you will be able to know which ones are really significant or which ones are really important. Lapis lazuli comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link is in the description below. Okay, what else I was going to say, that when it comes to your health, I can also see that you will be very sensitive. Your liver is going to be quite sensitive area. Your liver is going to be quite sensitive area. So please listen to me carefully. Try to drink as much water as you can. Try to drink as much water as you can, and please try to drink like a juices. Try to make your own juices if you can. Like a juicing is absolutely essential when it comes to your liver and when it comes to your liver health. Like raspberries, blueberries, cranberries, goji berries, strawberries, blueberries, all these things are absolutely brilliant. All the blueberries, all the possible blueberries all the possible berries, as much as berries you can have to make a juice, that's better for you. Berries are absolutely, they are superfood. They are very, very powerful when it comes to vitamin C and all the other nutritions. It's absolutely significant, and it's just going to work like an amazing filter to purify your liver. So this is something that I highly recommend. The juices with like a blueberries, goji berries, strawberries, any berries really, it's fantastic for the liver health, and try to drink it throughout the month. And on another hand, what else I was going to recommend would be milk thistle. Milk thistle is an amazing herb, very powerful, that have been used for many, many hundreds of years. Milk thistle is also one of my favorites. I always recommend this to my clients, especially when it comes to liver health, liver health, liver detoxification and things like that, I highly recommend milk thistle. It's an amazing herb. It's a very powerful herb, and it does work in a great way when it comes to detoxification of liver. It's a herb, it's a natural herb, and if you are on any other medications, please do check with your doctor or with your GP whether you can take this supplement or not, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medication. Okay, and also when you take a herbal supplements, take it for 6 weeks on, couple of weeks breaks, 6 weeks on, couple of weeks breaks, 6 weeks on, couple of week breaks. This is very important to do when you take a herbal supplements, because these are natural supplements. Because they're natural, our body can get used to them, and if our body get used to them, then it's not going to be as effective. So it's advisable to have a little breaks, but this is something that you should do, Virgo, and you're gonna feel great immediately. You will see exactly what I mean. Okay, now the very first day that I was telling you that is going to be very significant, and it's going to be the beginning of your Vavavoom experience this month. You're going to love this month. You're going to feel very sexy. You're going to feel very radiant, and you're going to love it from the beginning of August. Indeed. But from the 4th of August, these are your magical door. On the 4th of August, it's the beginning of your brand new spiritual experience, after spiritual journey, after you finished a particular certain spiritual journey when it comes to your karma, when it comes to your past life, when it comes to one of your past lives. Indeed. So now this is when it's all starting. On the 4th of August, you're going to actually have a really good realization when it comes to your money and when it comes to your finances. But this realization is going to be very significant, because it's not about, oh, I'm going to be rich and loaded. I'm not saying that you're not, but this realization, it's all about you needed to do a little edit. There is going to be a little edit from you, a little change. You're going to need to change something. You're not going to need to reorganize something. Whatever you are negative about when it comes to your finances, whatever you're negative about when it comes to your money, whatever you're negative about when it comes to your career, whatever you were negative about, whatever you're unhappy about, this is what you're going to need to sit down and sort it out. And you will realize very, very soon after that moment that the results of your efforts are also nearly due. That's a separate thing to that what I just said, but also the results of the efforts you have done so far when it comes to your financial situation in general is actually going to be, the results are going to be quite nearly true. And also, what else I was going to say, when it comes to your work, when it comes to your career, this is going to be such a good month. My goodness. So now, if you're working, the 4th of August is also going to be very significant, because there is going to be a recognition and honor that you are going to have by those people who you want to be recognized by, or who you want to be honored by. Very, very good indeed. If you are self-employed, then this is also going to be a very good day for you, because you're going to realize that there are some really important clients going to come through, happen to you, that is just going to give you the whole new world of possibilities. If you are looking for work, just expect something very powerful to happen on the 4th of August. So keep on applying, plus keep on applying on this particular day. Okay? And also, if you are retired, there is going to be a very powerful day. This is going to be a very powerful day, because something really important is going to happen to you, and you are going to be admired by other people, but those people that you want to be admired by for something very, very personal. This is going to be really personal to you, because your self-esteem and your confidence is just going to shut up after that moment, after this point, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. What else I was going to say, that there is a very important journey that you will have planned on this day. It may not be exactly planned on this day, but it's going to be at around the 4th of August, but it's going to be very, very significant, because as long as you plan this journey on this day or at around this day, it's going to be fantastic. The energy of that particular 4th of August is still going to be here indeed. And what is going to happen, even if you plan a journey, plan trip or something like that on that particular day, even if it's for about February or March next year, it doesn't matter. The energy is still going to be connected to this particular day. there. And the point is, the bottom line is that there is some kind of a very important spiritual experience going to wait for you on that particular journey. It could happen while you're there, it could happen on your way back, and it could happen on your way to that particular journey. It doesn't matter, but something very important is going to be revealed to you, and that is going to be also life-changing. Okay, the second date is going to be on the 13th of August. The 13th of August is going to be like basically a certain person is just going to need your help. Certain person is going to be a little bit crying for help. Certain person is going to be going through something very, very difficult indeed, and that certain person, this something difficult is caused by both not a good health, and it's also caused by somebody else who has caused some kind of negativity to that person. So there are other people that are actually involved with this situation, and that person is going to need your help. That person is going to come forward, and you Virgos are very, very, very powerful, very significant. Your energy is very healing in general. Your energy is very wise in general, and people like that. People can feel this. People can sense this. So people can get healed by your energy, Virgos. This is true. This is 1,000,000% very, very significant about your particular sign. So there is going to be a swift activity and change, sudden progress after you come through to that person, and that is going to get back to you karmically 1,000,000 times. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. It's so good to help to people in this world. As much as people we can help, that's better. As much as good we can do to other people, that's better. Not only because, oh yeah, I'm going to get this karmically back. No, it is just, this is it. This is life. This is, as long as you can make someone else happy, it's absolutely fantastic. Okay, and this is exactly what is going to happen here. And also the 13th of August is going to, at the end of the day, at the end of the very day of the 13th of August, some very interesting idea is going to come to your mind. That idea that is going to come to your mind is going to be very strange, very unusual, but very, very interestingly later on in the months, it's just going to keep on playing on your mind, indeed. And later on, you're going to be very, very creative when you think about that particular idea. And this is something really interesting, and this is something that is going to come out of all this as well, that is going to be so significant when it comes to the beginning of your particular journey. The 26th of August is the third important date. The 26th of August is probably the most significant day when it comes this so far. Well, the 4th of August is because it's the beginning of your new spiritual journey. But then again, the 26th of August, it's a very, very significant, because 26th of August is kind of going to be directly connected to the 4th of August, what I just said. And the 26th of August is going to be directly connected to the 4th of August in such a way because there is a bright prospect, a new hope, a new life gonna come in, literally, that is going to be connected to what I said on the 4th of August. It's a whole new bright prospect that is going to come through, and it's going to be so important because it's going to be connected to what you wanted to do for many, many years, what you wanted to do for a really long time, but you just didn't feel free. You needed to be free. You needed to feel free. You needed to feel not as heavy as you felt so far because of the certain problem and certain people around your life, you see. And now this is all about to change. Number 17 is going to be your lucky number that day. Virgos, my babies, number 17, 1-7. So try to write number 17 on your hand, or try to write on a little bit of paper, try to write it on your arm or something, because it's going to be very significant to be even more attached to this particular energy, you see, of the number 17. On another hand, the 26th of August, it's actually going to bring the whole new hope, faith, brand new inspiration, bright prospects, and basically it's a lot to do with what you wanted to do in a really long time. So it's a little bits and pieces from the past, now, and what are you going to do in the future. It's absolutely brilliant, okay? So now going to the first part of August 2018, the veil is about to be shifted. The veil that is about to be shifted is going to allow you to have a connection with the actual nearest future. The connection with the nearest future is going to be able to kind of help you, and it's going to be able to reveal to you certain parts of your nearest future that are going to become very attractive to you, very interesting to you, but you haven't been thinking about them before, or you haven't been feeling them as such before. And this is where this is all going to become interesting, because you're going to get a whole new focus, which is going to push you towards this new area in your life, which is on another hand going to help you to reflect, and also it is going to have a really purified effect on you, impact on you. which is going to help you to emerge in the whole new way, on the whole new level, in a whole new sense. Absolutely fantastic, absolutely wonderful. There is the situation in the first part of August that is going to arise, that is just going to make you kind of shake you up a little bit on the first week of August. It's going to make you to shake you up a little bit, and also it's going to help you, make you to look at, it's going to make you to kind of look at the things from a slightly different perspective. And that particular slightly different perspective is just going to bring the whole new world of possibilities, but it's also going to make you realize that the huge problem that you had, the huge issue that you had, it's not that big, it's not that big, it's not that hard, it's not going to be that bad. Just go for it, just do it, you will see. There's just other people that are just going to need to be a bit more compassionate, and you're going to feel the need to be compassionate with yourself when the other people, in order to move on with a certain stage and certain area in your life. This is going to lead towards your own victory and mental clarity, and also certain stage, certain part of your life it will need to change, especially because I've got a bit of a wishful thinking, because so basically certain part of your life is going to change a little bit, need to change, but that at the same time it's going to be very challenging for you, and also it's going to taste your own power and your own stamina, and it's a lot to do with your skills, what have you done so far and what are you really experienced with, but also there are going to be lots of new elements in that as well. The second thing that I was going to say to you is that the second part of August is also going to bring you realization that, like, about 4 months ago you made a certain decision. The decision that you made 4 months ago, you weren't too sure. It's not the decision that you might have made completely in front of everybody else, but you started focusing quite a lot in your mind on a certain stage in your life. You wanted to focus something, you wanted something, but you just weren't too sure if it was the right time. That is going to come through in the mid-August. It's going to be a direct answer to that, and it's going to make you realize how wise you were in order to make this particular decision. A big wish is coming through, big wish, and it's a lot to do with your feelings, with your emotions, with your materialistic side of life and everything, and that is going to make you kind of like be very passionate about your life, very passionate about your next stage, and also is going to be able to help you to relax a little bit, because this is also connected to the problems that you were worrying about so much, about a certain part of your life that you were worrying so much as well, which is absolutely brilliant. There's an abandonment that you're going to have. There's another stage of your life, another part of your life that you will want to move on from, and this is a lot to do with your work. It's a lot to do with your career. It's a lot to do, like, if you are retired, this is something to do with like what your hobbies and things like that. You will want kind of changes, and you will want changes, but not completely. It's not going to change completely like, oh, you're just going to move on and go somewhere else. No, this is going to be followed by you doing something additional. You're going to end up doing something additional. You're going to focus on doing something additional, but it's completely to do with what you are doing now as well, which is absolutely brilliant, because you will realize, my God, you're so resourceful, you know, and things like that, in such a good way. Oh, I can actually do this, which is absolutely brilliant. The third part of your life, of your life, the third part of your August, the third part of August, it's actually going to bring the situation where you will feel very self-esteem and confidence are going to be absolutely brilliant, and you're just going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to feel really good, really ecstatic, very energetic. But that in itself is going to bring you somebody. There is a person that is going to come through, a person that's going to come forward. They're going to say something to you, and once they say something to you, you will kind of you're going to be thinking a lot about a certain you will become quite indecisive, because they're going to plant a little idea, and you're going to realize you can do this, you can go for it, but you just have to be very, very, like, kind of, you know, you have to watch on your balance. It's a lot about your balance, and this is true because you're going to end up with two very, very interesting choices after that moment, and these two interesting choices are going to be very good for you, because they're going to reflect on you in such a way where you're going to feel free and you're going to feel good. You're going to do what you need to do. You're going to be doing what you normally do, but this time the things that were making you really feeling really down, you're going to feel really good about. You see, there's a big recognition by the end of August. by the end of August, it's a massive recognition with what you do, with your work, with your career, with your finances. If you're retired, there's also going to be a huge recognition, which is going to be having an enlightening effect on you, and it's going to make you feel even more creative. There is a contemplation that is going to come through forward after that point, after that moment. Somebody who is controlling, somebody very controlling is going to come through like at the end of August, and I don't like this person, something like a work related, or this person is also going to be, if you're not like working, if you're retired, it's going to be somebody who's like some kind of somebody who's like offers some kind of authority, basically, that is just going to try to control you, but you're going to do really great because this is going to be your personal test. I highly recommend to wear something like a moldavite crystal, and this comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain. You can buy this on my website, and the link is in the description below, and this is going to be charged by me energetically. And basically, moldavite is going to help you like to protect yourself against negative energy, because when this person is so strong to try to control you, whether this is your manager, this is an angry person, this is not a nice person, someone is going to try to control you, and I just want you to protect yourself with the moldavite, because it's going to help you to protect yourself against all sorts of negative energy, but especially against people like this. But at the end, you're going to have a reason for celebration. The end of August is also going to be very important for you, my beautiful Virgos, because there is going to be a reason for a celebration. You're going to like something really much so. Big decision that you made that you were worrying about, whether this is going to work right or not, it's going to be really nice surprise indeed. Okay, Virgos, now I'm going to take these cards and I'm going to shuffle them. I'm going to connect to my spirit guide, and I'm going to connect to my guardian angels, and I'm going to connect to you, Virgos. First, Virgos that are in relationship. Okay, I'm going to put your energy inside these cards. Virgos that are in relationship. Okay, your energy is here, your energy is here. Okay, so Virgos that are in relationship, and this is for August. This is for August, Virgos in relationship. Okay. Well, this is it, you see. Those Virgos that are in relationship, okay, these are the cards. This is going to be really interesting months, okay, because the first thing that is very significant here is some kind of journey, some kind of trip. There is going to be the trip or journey that you're going to plan. The things haven't been as great for Virgos that are in relationship. I'm not saying that every single Virgo didn't have a good time, but there were lots of issues karmically, lots of problems were going on. Okay, so there were certain things that made you feel like a little further apart every now and then, and this was caused by strange energies, negative energies, and this was also caused by our life choices. This was also caused by what we do. People are different, the spirits are different, the spiritual journeys are different and things like that. But so basically what is going to happen, a very, very particular, very powerful journey, very significant journey that is going to happen, and that journey is going to have a fantastic impact on both of you, because it's going to help you to look at the things from a slightly different direction. It's going to help you to look at the things from a slightly different angle. It's going to help you to feel things from a slightly different direction and a slightly different angle. And at the end of that journey, after you come back from that journey, this is going to be so important, because your relationship is going to be even more powerful, even more strong. So this is not only about a journey like, oh, trip away, blah blah blah. This is very important, and it's very significant, and it's going to help you to look at the thing, look at the problem that was pushing you away from each other maybe, or look at the certain things from a slightly different direction, you see, slightly different angle, and that is just going to bring the whole new world of possibilities, and it's going to have an amazing impact on both of you. Okay, so now I'm also going to shuffle these cards. Okay, and I'm going to connect to those of you. Okay, I'm going to connect to Virgos. Just a second. Okay, I'm going to connect to, sorry, they were mixed up. I'm going to connect to my spirit guide, and I'm going to connect to my guardian angels, and I'm going to connect to you, Virgos, of course, and especially those of you that are single Virgos for the month of August, single Virgos for the month of August. I'm going to put your energy in here, Your energy. Okay, so Virgos for the month of August, single Virgos, single Virgos, single Virgos, single Virgos for the month of August, single Virgos for the month of August. Okay. Ooh la la, here we go Virgo, here we go. Okie dokie, so this is just absolutely brilliant. So now, for those of you that are single, this is going to be a brilliant month. This is going to be absolutely great month. I can see that you will be going out a lot. I can see that you will be rediscovering yourself a lot. I can see that you will be having a great time like there is no tomorrow, and there is someone very, very special that is going to come through. There is someone very, very significant that is going to come through. And the thing is, I think you're going to enjoy yourself really a lot. You're going to be flirting a lot. You're going to be having a great time. And I think this is just something that is going to be absolutely brilliant for you at this very moment in time indeed. But there are a couple of people that are going to be very interesting. There is more than one choice that you're actually going to have this month. Naughty Virgo. No, I'm joking. There are a couple of choices that you're actually going to have this month, and this is going to be absolutely brilliant. But there is someone very significant that is going to come through. There is someone very unusual that is going to come through. You're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to fancy someone, but you will not know why do you fancy that person. You will like someone, but you will not know why you like that person. You will feel drawn closer and closer to that particular person, and each day, each time you see them, you will find something more interesting about them. This is because this is somebody very significant who is going to come through, somebody very powerful who is going to come through. And not only that, somebody who used to share your own spiritual journey is going to come through. Somebody from your past life is going to come through and it's going to come forward. And this is why we feel like this. This is why we have the feelings like this. This is why we kind of feel people and we don't really like them necessarily, but every single time we feel this magnetic sexual energy around them, or this magnetic energy around them. Whatever they say, we're like explode. Whatever they do, we're like intrigued. Whatever they say, we're like, oh my god. And this is going to be so interesting. And also, it will be someone who you wouldn't physically normally go for. I'm not going to say there's going to be somebody not good looking or something like that, but it is just going to be so much different to who you would normally go for. And that's absolutely brilliant. And this is fantastic because this is someone who is going to be very, very special, and this is going to be somebody who is going to stay there for a while. But above all, this is all part of this new month. This is all part of this new energies. This is all part of your new personal spiritual journey, and this is why things are different. This is why things are changing. This is why this is becoming so significant. This month is going to be absolutely amazing, Virgos, and you will see exactly what I mean. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.